Well, welcome back. There is an opportunity here within the community to make sure that women within our area are getting the proper information and resources they need to stay healthy. Here to talk about that, the organizers for Project Nana and an upcoming summit that's coming up. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you.
So first, let's talk about Project Nana. Before we get to the summit, what is it and what are you striving to do?
So Project Nana is a nonprofit, and really our goal is to make sure that postmenopausal women know that they need to continue their gynecologic care. So we do training, education, not only with the women, but with clinicians, and we do advocacy. So basically, if we train a Nana, we train a family, we train a community.
I love that. And then there's an opportunity, a summit that's coming up this weekend, correct?
Yes, and it's actually a full educational experience where the nanas that are coming are learning more about how they can take care of themselves, but also for all of us who are trying to help support these women in providing education about particularly endometrial cancer and how that is a topic that they are able to be more aware of and how they can be prepared to ask questions to really take care of themselves.
So what are some of the things that will take place at the summit? What will people be able to do once they're there?
Well, the beginning of the summit, it's really about education, having a panel of physicians that are talking about pelvic health, primary care, sexual health, and of course, gynecologic oncology. And then the second part is really what we call Hello Queens, where the women really get to dissect why they matter. In a society where we have this kind of invisible women syndrome, we try to make them visible to themselves and say, no, I still have agency. Then with VCU Massey, we developed a curriculum to do peer support advocacy training. So these women not only are trained and educated themselves, but then they're also trained and taught how to go out and teach others and to do research. And then, of course, on Sunday, we have the Walk to End Breast and Gyn Cancer, where the women just declare that seasoned women's health matters. So it's just a full gamut.
Exactly, exactly. And you know, there really is a strong sense of community for these women to feel that they are seen, they're heard, but also they're equipped with information, words, terminology, to feel confident that they can take care of themselves, but also knowing that our healthcare delivery system is not always conducive to seeing these women as women who have symptoms and who are sexually active and have emotions, but also need to be identified, particularly for pelvic and uterine cancers. And so we provide them information about symptoms they could be looking for, questions they need to ask, because otherwise, you know, with the quick time, particularly in primary care, family medicine, internal medicine offices, they're oftentimes not always paying attention to the symptoms that could tell them that endometrial cancer or uterine cancer is a possibility.
Now, hopefully there'll be so many women and people who'll be able to attend, but even for those who won't be able, you've kind of sparked that question in me. What's something that you would tell them now in this space for those who are listening and will watch this later as it's posted? What's something that they can take away even from this conversation?
Yes, I would say definitely two things. Number one is know your body. Pay attention to your symptoms, know your habits, and do everything you need to do to be as healthy and well as possible, mentally, physically, and certainly just taking care of themselves overall. But then also be comfortable and prepared to go into their primary care physician's office and tell them if they're having symptoms, whether they're having vaginal or rectal bleeding, whether they're having pelvic pressure or trouble with their bladder, and just feel comfortable that they know their bodies way better than anybody else.
All right, we're out of time. So one last thing, though, we got to make sure people know when and where. So when and where can they participate in the next few days?
Well, we have an awards breakfast that's on Saturday from 7 to 9, and they can go on our website to look at the awards breakfast. It's named after Gwen Ifill, who is a PBS journalist who actually died of endometrial cancer. And so we're going to be having our inaugural Gwen Ifill Seasoned Women Champion Award. And Joanne Jenkins, the CEO of AARP, is our first recipient.
Phenomenal. Thank you both for being here so much. I wish the best for everything that's taking place this weekend. Thank you so much for what you're doing in community as well.
Thank you so very much.
Seasoned women matter.
Absolutely.
That's right.